Chapter. All right, should we start? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to our Mentor Spotlight series where we get to meet the amazing people behind the Nepal US Hackathon 2026 and what actually drives them to be part of this community. That being said, super duper excited because we have one of our mentors on board today, Mr. Gemin Shrestha, IT support specialist. First of all, thank you so much for taking out the time to come in this call and be a part of the Nepal US Hackathon, Gemin. Like, how are you doing today?
I would say I'm surviving, I'd say. It's almost end of the day. I'm trying to kind of finish the day off.
Yeah. So you just want to chill, and here I am bugging you with the interview, right? Basically,
It's fine. It's fine. I'm doing good.
very sweet of you. Thank you so much. So let's just jump right into it. Can you briefly introduce yourself and what is it that you exactly do?
Okay, yeah, I can, to people who do not know me, I can start off giving an overview. So मेरा नाम is Gemin. I am based out of US, been in the US for almost a little more than 3 years. I currently work as an IT specialist for different clients, from government entities to small business, where I look after their whole IT environment, from their infrastructure to cybersecurity to almost everything on IT. I know. Apart from that, I am also into cybersecurity, where I have spent my majority of my careers just wearing different hats, from analyst to different roles. I know. Apart from that, I've worked for different companies, fintech, aviation, healthcare, university, even startups, build startups and all those stuff. That's kind of like a little bit of overview, how what I do, kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing. I was looking through your LinkedIn profile, and then you have some amazing posts out there, which I will get back to later on the meeting. That being said, have you had similar experiences like leadership roles and community development before, or is this your first rodeo?
Like in terms of community, I've been in the community. So, to people who do not know, I'm a part of Nepalese in Tech, which is kind of like a Discord community with over 2,000 members, 2,000 plus members, where we have people from around the world, I would say, from different part of the world, where we kind of come together and share different ideas, like what have we been working on, projects working on, sharing different ideas. Like if you're stuck in a problem, we kind of find solutions working together, I'd say. And
Mhm.
apart from that, I don't know, I've been in different leadership roles or worked with teams, I would say. So yeah.
So basically now the first time, and we're super duper excited for that. So of course I did realize that this is not going to be your first time you're going to be leading a team or organizing stuff, but I was thinking more of an event and a hackathon perspective.
All right. So I'll be honest, all right? So to be honest, I started my hackathon way, way back when I didn't knew nothing.
Okay.
So I went with a bunch of friends.
Uh-huh.
It was like undergrad when I didn't knew nothing. It was free food,
Yeah.
basically free food, and I was like, I had the whole day, and I didn't know what to do. Right. So I was like, all right. So my friends, he's like looks at Instagram, he sees like a promotion of an event happening, like, oh, there's a hackathon, a company's coming in, they're organizing a hackathon. And I was like, yeah, why not? Why not go and see what free food's there, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of went to my first hackathon without knowing anything. And I went there with zero knowledge, nothing. And I went there and I didn't have a team. I just had two other guys with me, my friends, and we had to have a minimum of 5 members in a team. And just finding up people like just communicating, networking with different folks in your own different areas, like when you're in the like in the same field of study and you're meeting them up for the first time, and then all right, they give you a laptop and you go in and it's like you have this much of hours, just figure out.
Okay.
Then we started off with an idea and it turned out to be a different idea at the end of the day. And I don't know, it was a good experience. I learned a lot, I would say, on that hackathon. And after that, I guess I've been part of different hackathon events all these kind of stuff, I would say. Yeah. It's always fun to be in a hackathon. It's yeah.
Yeah, so we we I'm definitely sure that you're going to be having much more fun in this hackathon as well as the mentor. That being said, what made you say yes to being part of the Nepal US Hackathon 2026 specifically? I mean, I'm sure you have so many things going on right now, and to still prioritize something like this, what made you say yes to that?
So, what made me say yes is the community, I would say. I'm always there to give back to the community because at some point of time, I was mentored by someone
Mhm.
and someone said, "Oh, you should do this, this, this," right?
Yeah.
That's kind of made me say yes to being part of this hackathon itself.
Mhm.
And I also want to see and help folks who's kind of growing up in their already career or they're kind of figuring out things in their career itself, right? So that's the main reason it's saying yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like you said, meeting the right people at the right time often separates a success story and a failure story, right? So completely on point. And you said that, having mentorship and then having a community to belong with and giving back is a big part of who you are. And a lot of mentors that I've interviewed have shared like similar viewpoints. And talking about early career professionals, like this hackathon is not just only important for students and not just for tech enthusiasts, but also professionals who are actually working, right? Like the pool of people that we're going to get is so crazy and so vast. So, why do you think it's important for everyone to come and just try this thing out?
So I think so to be honest, right, I would say everyone should be a part of hackathon. It doesn't need to be like you need to be a professional, you need to know everything at once, right?
Mhm.
So just what I would say is for anyone who's going to be a part of this hackathon, just be curious and be open to learning new stuff, right?
Yeah,
From your teammates or mentors, whoever will be mentoring, all these kind of stuff, like exploring different ideas, right? Like iterating different ideas, troubleshooting it, how to pitch it, all these kind of stuff, right? So I think like coming with an open mind in a hackathon will give you like different learning experience rather than coming and I want to win this competition. Just come like openly, I want to learn something new kind of stuff.
yeah. So always be open to something new, right? And I saw your LinkedIn post and you wrote, having an idea is not what makes you unique, but it's the effort you put into that idea and how you're going to turn it out later on, right? And I think that's what the hackathon is all about because you have a time constraint, 24 to 48 hours, and just having that idea is not enough. So if you could just briefly touch on that real quick.
So I think that post kind of came along with a startup idea.
Oh,
So a bunch of friends, we were thinking about a startup idea, and I was like, having an idea, everyone can just Google an idea. They can bring a different idea or perspective, right?
yeah,
But at the end of the day, what you can build from that product is what matters. Like the effort you put on, I know it's going to be like late night doing Googling, researching about ideas, all this kind of stuff. And I think at the end of the day, it's always fruitful. Like whatever you give back and you say, oh, this is the journey I've been through kind of stuff. I think that's what was trying to say at that point of time. Is like having an idea doesn't make you unique. It's the journey where you kind of bring that idea to a life.
yeah.
Like it might be doing brainstorming, doing a lot of stuff, right? Just exploring different ideas. That's what kind of makes it a good, solid journey, I would say.
Good solid journey that actually creates
Be
some
meaningful.
impact and has some real value, right? Rather than just being something you thought about and then you forgot about. Yeah, so how would you suggest participants to do that in this hackathon? Because sorry,
Okay.
I'm cutting you off. Yeah, so because I bet there were so many ideas in Nepal US Hackathon 2025 as well, right? But we don't know at today's time how many of them actually got turned into real value product. So how would you suggest that and them to approach it in a different way?
So, like approaching the idea, like how to do validate whether this idea is good or not. So, what I would say is try to brainstorm a bunch of ideas. Try
Mm-hmm.
to look at what the product is. Whether it's a good product, does it give value? Does it help the community in any way possible? Does it give you an opportunity to learn something new that you never learn about? So
Yeah.
these are kind of things I would say if you're coming in a hackathon and exploring different ideas, trying to be part of the comfort, like come out of the comfort zone and kind of learn different technologies. Or I don't know, you might have a different startup idea out of that hackathon too. So
Yeah, and I think, especially in Asian cultures, we're always like designed to think inside the box. And like we said, it's really important to get out of the comfort zone because you never realize what you might find. I mean, see, after this interview, I might end up joining tech and completely forget about nursing. I never know. You know what I'm saying? You might.
yeah.
So
No, yeah, to be honest, yeah, I've seen my friends who's like in different areas of studies, they come in tech like, oh, I want to learn something. I never thought of it. Okay. Now they're like off like they were doctors, now they're like IT working in different companies. Like, oh, and when we talk with each other, like, you never thought you were gonna be an IT guy, right? It's like, yeah, I never thought of it. But yeah, I'm here right now with you.
yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. It's crazy how the span, because exposure is all we're talking about. And of course, IT is embedded in our life and we can never be separate from it. So yeah, I might actually consider it at this point. Um, on that topic though, you are here as a mentor in this hackathon, right? So me being a participant, me coming to your sessions, of course, time is very important once again. I cannot stress that enough. And how would you suggest them to gain the most value out of your sessions? Like, what's one mindset you would think, oh, this my participants already need to have at this age and this time?
so like a timeline, like in terms of ideas or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would say is explore as much as you can in the initial like the time, because you're gonna be paired with different participants and your team. You want to learn from them, like which areas are they more interested, what areas, and kind of building a bunch of ideas, and
Yeah.
then kind of building like validating the ideas whether this is good or this is not good, right? And then going like go right, kind of building it. Like you don't have to like think a lot of stuff like, oh, what about this? Just go build, and then you learn, like learn from the mistake itself. Okay, this is not working. Let's go this way, kind of this way. All right. So that's how I would kind of vision them doing it, like building like a team, like, okay, let's sit down for 30 minutes. Let's brainstorm these ideas. Okay, so this is what we're building. Now, like a roadmap. Okay, let's do this. Okay, one step at a time. Like, let's do first this, and okay, that's how I kind of vision them stepping in.
Mhm.
In hackathon, it's kind of like, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Basically, have a roadmap of what you want and how you want, and you'll just be there teaching them and saying them, oh, this is something that can be improved, or this is
Yes.
something not.
Something like helping them out, validating ideas, or they're stuck in a technical, like somewhere technical, right? And I can step in, I can say, oh, this is not a feasible. You could use this for scalability, or in terms of architecture, you could use this infrastructure kind of stuff, right? So I'm open to anything they need on the like, or they're stuck somewhere else, they don't know what to do. Do I do this? Because whenever you're building something, there's always like features you want to focus on, different areas itself, right? So I'll always be there open, like saying raw feedbacks like, oh, this is not feasible right now. This
Mhm.
is a hackathon where we need to build on something, right?
Yeah, yeah. Perfect. And coming on the technical side, I have this question. So you're in cyber tech, right? And you're protecting the internet from the bad actors. I saw that on your LinkedIn as well.
Mhm.
So is it like the movies?
Not really, not really. Not like when you see like they say like, oh, you're gonna be like a hoodie, you're gonna spend in the dark. It's not like that. It's kind of like protecting from different people, I would say, right? Basically from like it might be a social engineering where you're just someone calls you acting like a bank, and they're like, I need your account number. Can I get this? I'm transferring some funds from this company. that's how educating them, awareing them, like security awareness, doing these kind of trainings to them, and then kind of building the strong foundation, like the you should do MFA, you shouldn't focus on other stuff. Your passwords should be a little longer. This is how it works in the if they say like that. And apart from that, kind of doing different pen testing, like whether their infrastructure is good or not, kind of testing them. Like, so one instance when I was working for different companies, I worked like I used to be like a bad actor myself, and I
Yeah.
used to try to reach to companies like the IT, like the head, kind of trying to see like where can I reach, like what
Okay.
point of time I can reach with just a minimal user kind of stuff, right? So it's always fun. I would say one thing I kind of rely the whole career is I'm into cybersecurity where I explore research more,
Okay.
and it's all about learning, learning, learning. But I was never a learning guy when I was starting off. I was a kind of I was not in good studies. I didn't study, like I'm not a topper or not a high scorer kind of stuff. I started like an average guy who kind of learned different areas and made me curious, I would say.
Yeah, the curiosity was the key here, right? Not
Yeah.
being for something. And I think that sends a very big message out there. The difference between academic success and someone actually being curious and making it. And you made it, see?
Still going, still going.
Still learning. That's one thing definitely about tech and IT, right? You're always learning something new.
Yes.
And this hackathon is exactly that. That's basically the whole gist of what we're trying to give people out there. And coming to that, what's one mistake you see participants making a lot during the hackathons that could be easily avoided from looking from, your
Uh, okay.
perspective?
So one thing I kind of want to say is don't find perfectionist. Like don't try to build product that it has to be perfect. uh, just try to build a product that can add value, let's say. Just don't get stuck like, oh, this UI doesn't look good, or this color doesn't look good, or this functionality doesn't look good. Rather than becoming a perfectionist on different areas, move on, like kind of move, kind of, because we have a limited time frame and you want to finish a lot of ideas, you have a lot of stuff you want to do. Just don't get stuck in one thing, kind of focusing on being perfect on one area kind of stuff, I would say.
Yeah, so don't try to be perfectionist because I think that's also not the point, right? One of the mentors described it to me as like a 5 minute hack. Have you seen 5 minute hacks on YouTube? It's
Yeah.
but it works. It somehow works, right? So
Yes.
just have fun with it is what he told, and that just resonated right now. So we spoke a lot about mentorship and then trying out that next step, learning new things, and just being open to different perspectives, right? Still, there might be some people who are like, oh, maybe not this time, maybe this is not for me. So, what would you say to them who are still not ready to join the Nepal US Hackathon after everything you've just said?
What I would say is just step in.
Yeah.
No one's looking after you. Like no one's gonna say you don't know this. Just come and participate. You will learn something new, I would say.
Hmm.
You don't need to think a lot of other stuff like I don't have a background on this, or I don't have a technical expertise on building something. Just come. That's what I would recommend them is just come.
Okay, perfect. Just come, just take the first step, 0 to 1. You don't even realize it, and it'll go to 100, right? That's how things work. And that's just amazing. And now I would like to ask you, what do you think about Nepali Leaders Network and everything they're doing? And how has your experience been with building Nepali community, especially in tech world in the USA?
Uh, so when I came to US, I didn't know. I didn't have a bunch of friends, right? So
Okay.
that's when I think I kind of so that's why Nepalese in Tech we have like a Discord community. That's where it kind of became a part of it,
Mhm.
where I kind of learned different people, networking with people. I've met with people in person, like, oh, I met you there. I talked with there. So I think like the leadership, right? The Nepalese leadership network. What they're doing is I'm kind of when I talked with I forgot his name, but when I talked with him, I was kind of I was very happy. I was very happy to see like people growing a community where there's like in-person events, hackathon, and it was like when it's a hackathon, oh, okay, that's a cool event that your guys are organizing in a large scale, right? So when I a couple of days ago, it's like every Nepalese different countries is open for it. I was like, oh, that's a
Yeah,
good initiative where you can bring different people together, right? So sometimes you might be in US, some maybe in Nepal itself, right? They can share different ideas itself, like, oh, what do you do? How do you develop professionally? Or where are you kind of stuff, right? I think, yeah, that's one thing I kind of admire, I would say.
yeah, thank you so much. That really means a lot, and I think that is the gist of what we're going for as a community. And like you said, coming to the US and finding friends can be a little difficult in the beginning. I'm in that phase right now because I just moved from Ohio to Texas, so I'm like, oh my God, I have to redo everything. Um, so yeah, but with time, slowly, of course, I'm going to find people and build a community. And like you said, I think that's the whole point of us being us, right? As humans, finding a community and giving back and taking from there as well. So yeah, perfect. We're almost out of our time. I didn't even realize it, but I have another meeting, so I was looking at the watch. Thank you so much. You've been such a nice speaker. And after a long day and after, getting all cozy and comfortable, you decided to talk to me. I hope I was not too much of a bore. Was I
No,
good? Thought? No, right? You say no.
no, you're good.
Okay. It's like Santona. Do you know what Santona prize is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I think you just gave me that right now.
No, no, no. It's always great to meet different people and their perspectives. That's why I'm kind of always open to anything. When you ask me something, I'm always open to explore. So that's why I kind of say yes to almost everything. That kind of makes me in trouble sometimes, having a lot of things in my plate. So, but yeah, that's where I kind of excel, I say.
Yeah, and then you're making it work, even if you have too much on your plate, right? That's the point of it. Okay, thank you so much for your time. It was amazing talking to you. I hope we meet again. I hope you remember me. Please, please do remember me because I might get into tech just because of this conversation we had just now, right? You never know. If I do get famous, I'm gonna give you a shout out, all right? Gemin Shrestha.
If you if you have any questions or anything, just ask me. I'm ready to answer any questions you need or you need any suggestions. I'll always help you out. Even if you're starting off in a career, I can meet. I might not. So what I say to people when I meet is, I don't know everything. I
Yeah,
will Google as much as you would, and I will help you out as much as I can. So
yes.
that's what I would say.
And that's very kind of you. Thank you so much, Jen and I, once again. Have a wonderful night. I won't bug you anymore. And I'll see you from March 27 to 29. Amazing talking to you. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much.